97.3 ESPN tonight at 7:30. Your new home for Flyers hockey. You'll hear Timmy and Coatsy, and you'll hear Coatsy now with me here on the Sports Bash. Coatsy, how are you?
Great, Michael. How are you?
Really good. I understand the weather's pretty nice in Tampa, but we have very nice weather here today, so I'm not as jealous as I typically would be.
Well, no, you don't need to be jealous. I mean, it's all well and good that we're all down here, but we're here for trying to win a hockey game, so it'll be inside in a cold area, so it really doesn't matter what the weather's like. But
it is a bizarre situation down there. I've been to a hockey game in Tampa before. It is a little bizarre. You got guys showing up to hockey games in shorts, palm trees. It is a little bit of an odd atmosphere down there, but they're pretty good.
You hit that one right on the head. I remember years ago when I played in the Central Hockey League, going to the rink and going past getting out of the hotel past palm trees to go play hockey. I've never got that one really settled in me, but still, it's really nice to come down, especially a real nice facility down here in Tampa. They fill the place. It's hockey crazy here. Of course, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
Yeah.
So they feel they're going to have an opportunity to win it. So they're a pretty good hockey club. So it's a real test for the Flyers to start off here tonight.
Coachy, give me your initial thoughts being around Coach Hackstall, through preseason and camp now. It's not, this hasn't been done a lot. A guy coming from college, it was kind of an unknown, off-the-radar hire. What that you like?
I like his attitude. I mean, he understands everybody's wondering why this all happened. He understands that, he's under a lot of pressure here. He's never seen anything like this before. He might have a couple of guys ask him questions after a game up in North Dakota. I mean, you're going from Grand Forks, North Dakota, to the fifth largest market in the country, and a hockey crazy place where they want winners. They want a team that is entertaining, a team that they can enjoy watching. So he understands his position, but I think it's going to be a work in progress. He's got to learn the ice, learn the game on the ice. As far as the pro level is concerned, the game is the game. It doesn't matter if it's college or hockey or NHL hockey, but it's a little bit of a different thing when you're dealing with money as compared to having a guy under your umbrella for 4 years on a scholarship. You got him there for 24 days. But I like the attitude of knowing what he's got. I think you've really seen already in training camp. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to play the guys that wanted to play, and I'm going to be able to pick up on that when I watch in training camp. So you see the surprises. I mean, not a surprise with Scott Law, but Brandon Manning made the hockey club. So all these different things being said, he's a no-nonsense guy.
Steve Coates, Tim Saunders and Coatsy will call the game tonight on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage starts at 7:30. Coatsy, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They bring in a new coach, but not a whole heck of a lot of changes. Are they far enough along to convince you, as the analyst, to say they are good enough to be a playoff team with the lack of moves that they made this offseason? Or are there things that they did do this offseason that has pushed them over the top?
The answer to that is yes, they are. I think that the goaltender has arrived. He had one of the best save percentages in the National Hockey League last year. Mason did. But yet they never seemed to play well in front of him. They played better in front of Ray Emery. When you think of the goalie being the guy that could carry you, he's the guy. I really believe that. I really picked up on something in the preseason that he's challenging the shooter and has an air about him like, okay, go ahead and try to score on me. He's kind of an arrogance that a goaltender should have. And then if you look at our defense, you've added Gudas, who's not going to play tonight, but still a guy that loves to take the body. A real surprise is Evgeny Medvedev, because he brings a real veteran attitude. He played the KHL for years, but he's 32 years old. And boy, does he show a lot for a guy just jumping right into the National Hockey League for the first time. You got the big boys with Raffl, Voracek, and Giroux. You know they're going to score. You know the power play is going to be one of the best power plays, if not the best power play in the National Hockey League. And even the Tampa Bay coach said that in his press conference this morning. It's a very tough power play to stop. So here are the question marks. Okay, I'm giving you the real pluses, and I like the fourth line. The fourth line is outstanding. But you got to have the Umbergers, Couturier, Reed, and Braden Shen contribute a lot more. You can't have one quarter of your hockey club, the forward position, not producing. And that's going to be the key to this year.
Steve Coates, tonight, 7:30, puck drops in Tampa. You can hear the game right here on 97.3 ESPN, your new home for Flyers hockey. And don't forget, listen for the goal horn sounder to go off and be the right caller. You'll win tickets to Flyers Blackhawks next week. Obviously, the McDonald thing, a little bit of a surprise there. You know, they signed him to the contract there. Does that tell you that they've got significantly better on defense?
In the minds of Ron Hextall and Dave Hextall, I would imagine that's exactly what's being said. I mean, did Andrew have a type of training camp that made everybody make everybody understand what was going on and say, yeah, I want to be here, I'm going to show that I'm worth $5 million a year? Nah, didn't happen. You know, sometimes the guys sign these contracts, and they get into these contract negotiations, and the agent's pushing for as much money. And it used to be that, like a guy like a McDonald would sign a contract because that's what he was worth to the Philadelphia Flyers. But now, because of all the different things that are happening as far as everybody with the cap the way it is, and also with the circumstance of everybody knowing what everybody makes, they compare. So-and-so in Chicago had 5 goals, and so-and-so in Philadelphia is going to get what that guy made. You know what I mean? They line it up like that. Well, some players can't play under that pressure. And there's been a couple of guys that I've seen over the years that play for our hockey team that got big money after not making a lot of money, and then all of a sudden they just seemed like they just couldn't play with it. They couldn't play with the pressure of the dollar signs hanging over their head. And I'm not too sure that's not true with Andrew. I really believe that. He went from $500,000 a year to $5 million a year.
That's a significant raise. I wouldn't mind that bump.
No, it's not. Don't worry about whether he's, where his next dollar's coming from. But that's pretty humbling to be down in the American Hockey League making $5 million a year, where most of the guys are probably making $100,000.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach, give me a guy who's impressed you in camp. Who's a breakout guy that, maybe gives them that extra bump that, he was around last year, but he's ready for more.
Michael Raffl. Michael Raffl has...
He's playing tonight, right? He was, he's been banged up himself, but he's playing tonight.
Wrong, but he's fine. Yeah, he's a battler, this guy. Michael Raffl came here 3 years ago as a fourth-line center. Now, all of a sudden, last year we made him a left winger. We made him actually a left winger the first year he was here. And he comes from Austria, so he really he wasn't on the radar. Never played at a small rink, 200 by 85. Then on the opportunity, he's got to learn left wing. Now, all of a sudden, he's a left winger. He gained 10 pounds over the last 2 years, and he's playing on a line with Giroux and Voracek. They love playing on a line together. And now, all of a sudden, he's healthy. He's got that experience under his belt. He's got that confidence under his belt, and he's going to play with 2 of the best forwards in the National Hockey League. It's a perfect ingredient for a breakout year for Michael Raffl.
Well, the action all starts tonight right here on 97.3 ESPN. You'll hear Coatsy today. You'll hear him tonight. It's a full night of Steve Coates on the radio. We can't wait for that. All right, buddy. Well, we'll be listening to the game, and we'll have to talk a whole heck of a lot more now. That makes me happy.
You got it, Michael. I'm happy, too. In fact, I listened to your show the other day from the Golden Nugget. It was great.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're over there every Tuesday, so you'll have to come out there one day, and we'll have a little bite. We'll have a little hockey talk.
You got it.
All right, enjoy the game tonight, Coachy.
I certainly will. Thank you, Michael.